Where are you starting from?
Mishnah Mem Aleph Amud Aleph. Yeah. Okay, so basically tonight's stuff, first it discusses how you ever get a Shor Amud. That's the first part of the daf. And then it's about whether the Shor becomes also Bahana. And then we start for a few block, a couple of block, a Bala Shor Noki, right? The pasuk of Bala Shor Noki, what we can darshan out from it. Okay, so let's first see the Gemara, and then we'll and then when we do the Bala Shor Noki, I think I should post the Chumash, and we should do the Psukim, just to get it a little clear. Okay, so anyways, it's the Mishnah. Shor Shenogach is a Adam, right? A Shor that gored a person, Umeis, and the person died. So Mu'id Meshalim Koifer, the Mu'id has to pay Koifer, right, which is the Kapara, meaning the person is not Chayim Misa, because he's not, it's only his animal, right? So he's not Chayim Misa, but he has to pay Koifer. Right, so Shor Shenogach is a Adam, Umeis, Mu'id Meshalim Koifer, but Tam Potter Min HaKoifer, Tam is Potter from Koifer. V'zeh, Chayim Misa, but they're both Chayim Misa, meaning the animals, whether it's a Shor Tam or whether it's a Shor Mu'id. If it kills somebody, it's Chayim Misa. V'chein bebein, v'chein bebas, and the same thing if it's a son or a daughter. Meaning, the chiddush is that even if it gores a child, it still gets killed, and you have to pay koif. Right? Nogach everay oma. Let's say the cow, the ox, gored a slave, neither a male slave or female slave. Nice and shloshim slime that they have to give a special knas of 30 sela to the slave's owner. Whether the slave is worth 100 mana or whether it's only worth 1 dinar, it doesn't make a difference. Meaning it's a flat fee. It's a flat 30 sela fee if an animal kills a slave. All right. Okay, so that's what the Mishnah is saying. So the first line in the Mishnah said that a shor tam that gores is chayiv misa. Right. So if that's the case, so how do you ever get a shor amuad? Right? What's a shor amuad? If it gores 3 times, it kills, so it becomes a shor amuad. Right? How do you ever get a shor amuad? If the first time it kills, you have to kill it. Right? So that's going to be the one as kasha. I think there's going to be 7 terutzim. So Gemara asks, right? If it's a tam gets killed, so where do you ever get a muad from? So they evaluated it that for 3 people, meaning what happened is that it started running at people, and people had a mace or whatever it is, and they got out of the way. But this happened 3 times. So the assumption is, had the people not gotten out of the way, this shor would have killed them. So since they got out of the way, so it's not so it didn't die. But the bottom line is, it would be enough to make them into a mu'ud, which is a big chiddush, because that means they didn't actually kill, and we're still calling them a mu'ud.
So right? If they want, would they have to bench goimel?
I guess it would depend how it went down. Yeah, that would be a good question.
Who makes this umdana too?
Who makes it?
Yeah,
I would imagine animal rights people.
Okay.
I don't mean whatever, people that are bakiyim and animals. No?
I had a farm, when I was about 10 or 11, we went on a hike, kind of school trip, whatever. And me and 4 or 5 other kids got dragged behind about a field's worth. We picked the wrong field to go into. It was a field that housed a bull. And it came chasing after us. And the farmer caught what was going on. He came running out of his house with a shotgun and chased us out of the field. And he explained to us afterwards that the bull probably wouldn't have killed anyone, but he just gets excited and runs after us. He ran after us with a shotgun to protect his bull, not to scare us away. The bull might have gotten damaged chasing us. So he wanted us out as quick as possible.
So he was chasing you with a shotgun.
He was chasing us with a shotgun because he wanted us out of the field to protect his bull.
Very nice. Funny. Anyway, okay. So I guess that would be this type of situation, right? So you somebody evaluates it. So Rav Ashi Amar umdana lav kluma. What's an umdana? What type of an estimate? Well, estimate is nothing. What are you going to say? Somebody you estimated that this cow is going to get, that this ox is going to go kill somebody, right? Yeah. So Ella Hagamaskinon says a different shot. It put 3 people in a sakana, right? So Mameli never killed any of them. Then after the third one, all 3 people died, right? So then it became a muad. After it gored, meaning lemafreya, it became a muad. It gored 3 people. All the 3 people were in critical condition, so it didn't have a din of a muad. Then they all 3 died. Then it gored. Now, if you look at Rashi throughout this Amud, Rashi keeps saying it gored 2 people, and then the third is muad, which we had a machlokes many blot ago, whether muad is 2 times, meaning the third time is muad, or the 4th time is muad. From Rashi here, seems to be that the 3rd time is muad, but Rashi was chayzer from it. Whatever, that's a whole tumult unto itself. But if you look throughout the Amud, Rashi keeps saying 3. Fine. He killed 3 behemoths. It didn't kill 3 humans, it killed 3 behemoths. So Gemara says, Adam. Just because it's a muad to kill a behemoth doesn't mean it's a muad for an Adam. Shimi, what does the Shimi say? They killed 3 goyim. Right? We don't force an animal to get killed if they kill 3 goyim. So Gemara says, so muad live the kavim having muad Yisrael is a muad. If you're a muad to kill a guy, you're a muad to kill Yisrael. What does that mean? How does the shar know? How does the shar know how to differentiate between a yid and a guy? Right. So if you go with Taisvis from last week, so maybe when Taisvis based on Shabbos clothing, right? Taisvis that's in Shabbos clothing. So if you have a Chassidish yid who looks, he's wearing his he's wearing his white socks and his Chassidish garb. So maybe you could tell the difference between a Chassid and between a yid and a guy. Right?
It's Yaakov. It depends on how you learn up Rashi and Beis Amid Beis, the Gabi Mazel.
Yeah.
If you understand the idea of Mazel is not that a human being that Mazel has to do with actual Mazel, not just that a person has das to get out of the way. If you learn it's actual Mazel, there's a different Mazel between Yid and God.
I think that is the pshat.
I'm saying, but that's only according to one sheet in Rashi. According to the other sheet, it's actual das. A guy should have. Unless you say a guy is not as smart when it comes to getting out of the way of an animal, that pshat wouldn't fit with this Kamma.
Right, and the pasha the reading would be that there's a mazel for a yid and there's not necessarily a mazel for a guy, right? So treifa. He killed 3 people that are treifas, meaning a person is going to die within the year. So therefore, we know that when you kill somebody that's going to die within the year, you're not chayav misa for that. So that's what this shar did. It picked on people that were dying anyway. So therefore, we don't kill the shar, and that's how it became a muad. So the Gemara says a muad the treifa, havi muad l'shalem. Just because somebody's a muad, an animal's a muad for a treifa, that means it's going to be muad for somebody who's healthy. Maybe the reason why they got killed is because they were weak, right? But if this shar would have gored a healthy person, he wouldn't have died. Papa, the Kotov Arak La'agma, the Kotov Arak La'agma. It's where he killed and he ran to the swamps like we had yesterday, and the Kotov Arak La'agma, and it went and ran to the swamps, right? So therefore it ran away. So nobody, and then it came back on its own. So therefore that's how it became a muad. It's interesting here because from here it's mashma twice also. doesn't say 3 times the kotol v'araglam. It says it twice. It's mashma from this Gemara that the 3rd time is a mu'ud, or it's just v'chulu. Okay, whatever.
So the Taisvis.
The what?
Taisvis Kagain Shamdu says the whole sugi is muchach.
Gershon, we do daf yomi.
No, but short Taisvis and we do. There's lots.
It's a 2-line Taisvis, and it's exactly.
I don't
this
even
point.
look, so I couldn't tell you if it was short or long.
I did the looking for you, parrots.
The Art Scroll app, by the way, can get rid of Rashi and Tosfos, and all it shows you is the Gemara. Just saying, yeah. But anyway, you're right. The whole sugi is muchal that you're not chayiv with the 3rd. That's a shalom, right? That's what the Gershon is referring to. Okay, this next one, parrots, is good memories from Marcus.
Speaking of Marcus, it's a slightly different question, the one from the blot or 2 ago. Nema Shasiya and Hashasa.
Right.
A little bit different than Marcus.
I hear.
We had Shasiya and Marcus, it's Hashasa, I think.
Is that so? I hear. You remember that? That's pretty good.
Holy Amid Bays on Marcus. You know? It was 10th grade. I think we did it 6,000 times.
Okay. Anyway, but here's real Marcus. The Zaymimin of the Zaymimin became Zaymimin. Right? So basically, the way this went down is that there were 2 sets. I hope I can get this straight. There were 2 sets of Aden who testified that this shor was a mu'ud. Then came along a 3rd set of Aden and said that these 2 guys are liars. So they're not, we don't accept it. So then the shor went free. Then what happened was that 3rd pair, who proved that the first 2 pairs were no good, became no good. Right? You got the whole domino thing. 2 Aden were good. Then another set of Aden came and said that those 2 Aden were no good. So the shor went free. Then another set of Aden came and said that the guy who said that the first 2 sets of Aden were no good, he was no good. Memela, and then the shor gored.
I think the Gemara over says the statis hizu. The Gemara in Marcus says the statis hizu, and they go back to the first zoning. We stop taking Adis after that.
Right. So, but the first level, I think it would work. No.
Yeah, because whatever. They killed the guy.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's how we're saying it happens. So then Gemara says, so remember we had a machlokes why do you need to have 3 different days, right? Meaning a shor goes and it gores 3 people in one time is not making it a mu'ud. It needs to be on 3 days, right? So we had a machlokes whether the 3 days has to be for the animal's sake, meaning you have to give it a break, right? Meaning 3 separate days to see if it's really such a crazy ox, or does it have to be that the owner has to have on 3 separate days so that we have time to warn the owner, like, by the way, buddy, you're shor gored. If it does 3 at one time, the owner could say, hey, I only knew about it today, so I was only told about it, so it's only 1 day. So if this works according to the mandoma that says that it's a mu'ud for the shor sashapir, right? Because what happened? The owner found out that his shor was a mu'ud when they eliminated this testimony from this guy knocking out the other 2 testimonies. So basically, he found that all in the same day, but the shor did it on 3 different days. But if you need, the reason why it needs to be on 3 different days, because the person has to have time. So then Meimer Amrla, he could say to him, I didn't know. Why do I get mu'ud for? I found out about all these things on 1 day. I didn't know about that it happened on 3 different days. So Gemara says, they said, what the Adim say, that we saw the owner standing next to the shor when it gored. right? So, yeah, so therefore he can't claim that he just found out about it now. Okay, last and final teretz, Ravina Amar, b'makirin es bal hashor, ve'em makirin es hashor. We're talking about where the Eidim recognized the owner of the shor, but they didn't recognize the shor, meaning, well, we had this a bunch of blot ago. Talking about where like the oxen were branded with like a farm insignia or something like that, but they couldn't tell which one of the guys' shores is the one that gore. So, but they knew that it came from this certain farm. So when it says, okay, my havale lameva, if that's the case, what was the guy supposed to do? You told him that one of your shores is goring people, but we don't know which shore. What does that help? Right? Listen, what it says, you have a shore that's a gorer in your flock, not flock, what do you call it? In your cattle. And you got to watch everything. So that's what the warning was for. Okay, so that's what the Gemara is. So those are the 7 tirutzim. How it's possible? I think it's 7. How it's possible that that you have a shor muad, even though the shor is supposed to be killed from the shor tam, or from a tam, right? Okay, I'm just posting. I meant to do it before. I'm posting the psukim of I just put it onto the chat. The psukim of the shor tam and shor muad. Right, it's in Parshas Mishpatim. I think we just kedai just to read the psukim before for the next few blocks. Maybe we should have done this already, but I think it's kedai. So pasuk chaf ches. Yeah, so it says v'chiyigach shor es ish or es isha v'meis. Right, a shor gored a male or a female, and they died. Sokol yisokol hashor. The shor gets skila. And you can't eat the meat. Ubal hashor noki. That's the main puzzle we're going to focus on right now. So again, sokol yisokol shor means it gets skila. So if it gets skila, so of course you can't eat it. It's a nevela, right? It wasn't shechted, right? So that's going to be the first issue. What's lo yochel b'sorei? And then what's bal hashor noki? Bal hashor noki. The bal hashor is clean, meaning he doesn't have. The literal translation is that he's clean. He doesn't have to. Nothing happens to him. That's going to be the next 2 blot. Exactly what the Gemara learns out from bal hashor noki. Then it says vim shor nagahu. But if it's a shor nagach, meaning it's a muad, mitmal shulshim from before, v'huad v'balav, and it was a muad, v'lo yishmerena, and you didn't watch it. Behemis ish ayisha, and it killed a man or a woman. Hashor yisakel v'gam ba'olav yumas. The shor gets skila, and the owner also dies. Now that we know can't be, because we just learned that the owner doesn't die. So what it means is bin hashamayim, right? It means bin hashamayim. Then it says, and this is also important, in koifer yushas alav, if you're going to put koifer onto him, right? Meaning we're going to place koifer onto him, meaning instead of death. V'nosan pidyon nafsha, and he has to give a pidyon, k'chola sheyushas alav, as much as they place on him. Then it says, oy bein yigach, oy bas yigach, that was in the Mishnah. They gored a son or a daughter, kamishpat hazeh yas alav. Like this mishpat they're going to do to him. Im eved yigach hashor oyama. That's also in the Mishnah. If it gores an eved or an ama, kesef shloshim shkalim yitin ladonav hashor yisakel. Okay, that's it. That's your whole psukim of shor. If we could to reference back to this when the Gemara gets a little confusing, which hopefully the psukim actually make it a little clear. All right, parents, I'm taking one out of Uncle Yitzchak's book. Right?
About to say, Tiago.
My uncle gives a daf, and Peretz was listening to it instead of ours, and it took about an hour 45 minutes because every pasuk that the Gemara quoted, right? Peretz, he took it out. He did a kirai, but yeah. Anyways, but this one we needed to know how these psukim. Okay, so Zok the Gemara, v'zeh chayav and misa. Right? A muad and a tam are chayim misa. So Torah about mimash v'shenemar soka yisoka lashor, like we just saw in the pasuk. It's mashma that you give skila to the shor. Any addition of velahi. Do I not know that it's in the vela? When the vela asur ba'achila, right? And when the vela is also ba'achila. So ma tamalem le'yachilas b'sari. Why does the pasuk have to tell you don't eat it? Of course you can't eat it. Magil chakasav shem shachta la'achas shenigmar dinoi also ba'achila. Because let's say Bezdin paskin, okay, they have the Eidim, the shor killed, Eidim come, and everything is good. Bezdin says, okay, we're going to kill this shor. And then the guy says, you know what? Why should I? Let me quickly shecht it, and I'll eat it. Right? So that's what the lo yachelis b'sarai is coming to tell you, that even if you have a wise guy who decides to go and shecht it, it's no good. It's not allowed. Right?
That's no, it's only after based in Paskins. What if he did it before based in Paskins? What's then?
What do we say with before Bezdin Paskins? Didn't we discuss
Doesn't have
this?
it in Misa.
So then why wouldn't anybody do that? Right?
No, let's say he did it and then they paskin right after he shechted it. Still usher.
Don't know if the
So
psak counts.
Rambam
It's already
is asking
dead.
the
You
other
can't say.
What?
No, Rachman's saying that they didn't have the what's it called, and they say he shechted it. There was no psak then. So now what happens if you shecht it and then you get the psak?
Right. So that's so.
So you're not allowed to eat it.
That's how the way the Gemara says. The Gemara says that only if you got the psak and then you shechted it. Mashma. That if you shechted
I don't know
it
if
first.
I don't know if Bezdin can give a psak to kill a shor that's already dead. I don't think that's a psak.
Tell me, why is it already dead?
If he shechted it, Peretz's case, he shechted it, and then they went to din, and then Bezdin paskin.
No, I'm saying, but
Bezdin can't paskin to kill a shor that's already dead.
why not? It could be negaya whether you're allowed to eat the meat.
Only if there's a psak Bezdin. There can't be a psak Bezdin
Right. So
to
you make
kill
a
a shor
psak
that's dead. No, that would mean the psak Bezdin is you can't eat this meat. That's not a psak Bezdin. That's negaya to Elchus Nezika.
Yaakov is saying that the psak is to aser it. It's not just to kill it.
The psak, you can't have a psak Bezdin.
Well, that's how the psak works. Maybe the psak is to make it aser, and that's it. Whether it's dead or alive.
That's not Hilchis Nezikin. That's what I'm saying.
Well, why not? We're saying that part of the psak is that it makes it aser.
Bezdin's not going to be boidik whether the animal's alive. They paskin. This animal's chayv misa, whatever, blah blah blah.
And
now
it's
it happens to be dead already, so now it's dead.
You're creating a parameter that might not be true, Gershon.
The what? Bezdin can give a psak that's not
no, not that Bezdin can give a psak that what the psak of Bezdin is. You're saying it's a certain way. Maybe Bezdin is saying it's aser, and therefore needs to go to skila.
That's the Mishnah. The psak is that it gets skila. That's the psak.
Well, that's the way you're reading the psak.
Okay, let's try the pasuk.
Stove's taking over for Rabar.
I'm just saying the pasuk's not mashma one way or another. You're just saying that's the way it is. It's fine. I'm just saying lav dafka, it's the way it is. That's what he's asking.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't. For some reason, I thought it doesn't work either, but I'm not sure. Right.
I can imagine this happening. The guy going ahead and shechted the bull, and we're in the middle of a barbecue over here. And he comes along Basin and says, "Stop the party! It's now it's treif." We're in the middle of my tongue sandwich or whatever. I hate to taste it. It became treif while we're in the middle of eating it.
I hear that. I hear. Okay, that's fair. It's a fair point. Anyway, so let's see weiter. Okay, so that only tells you that it also about because it says lo yachel. How do you know that it's still also about no, even though he shechted it? Tamalemer bala shor noki. The bala shor is clean, meaning he's clean, meaning he gets nothing out of it. Right? Let's see. So my mashma, where is it? Mashma bala shor noki. Shim b'zamayim rekadam sharm lechaver yotze ish plini noki min chasav. a person goes out clean from his belongings, he gets no hana out of it whatsoever. Okay, so that's the basic that's the basic way of understanding the psukim. And the Gemara has a kasha. Who says lo yachal b'saroi is leichel b'shachtu acha shenim madina shazav achila? Right? Who says that that's what it's coming for? Ema the heichel b'shachtu la'acha shenim madina shazav achilu. Maybe where he shechted it after there was a gemar din, it's mutar b'achila. By lo yachal b'saroi leichel b'sakli niskol to azabano. Maybe the lo yachal b'saroi is coming to teach you that it's also bahana. Because we don't have a pasuk that says that it's also bahana. Anytime it says a lashon of not eating, it's mashma whether it's isra achila or hana. Until the Torah is mafara to you that you are allowed to get hana from it, like it does by nevela. Because by nevela, it says if an animal was not shechted correctly, so you give it to a ger and you give it to an ibikachavim, and you could sell it to them, right?
Do we do this in Kedushin? This exact Gemara?
We had this in a few places. Yes, we had it in Kedushin. Psachim, Kedushin, right? So, in Kol Shor, no? Yeah. So, anyway, so that's a Gemara's kasha. So maybe lo yachal is coming to teach you that it's also bahana. Well, it says Amri, Hani. When it answers Amri, Hani mili heicha denofically isra achilu isra mikra milo yachal. That's true when you're learning out the isra achila from the words "don't eat" or any form of "don't eat." Here, where are we learning out this achila? From the skila pasuk. And if you're going to say that don't eat the basar is isra hana, nichtav rachmana lo yehena, inami lo yachal es basari, inami lo yachal. I'm sorry, es basari lamali. Why does it need to say es basari? The afagav, the abde kein basar, the shachte asar. That even though he made it like it's regular meat by shechting it, still it's going to be asur. So the Gemara is answering that you can't say this. The lo yachal, that it's isra achila and isra hana. That's only when it comes from the word lo yachal. Here it doesn't start from that. Here the reason why you're not allowed to eat the meat is because it says sakal yisakal, which means it's a nevela. Okay, so maskal mazutra. So mazutra had a kasha, ema hani mili antomad beis, hani mili hecha the badak tzur b'shachar. Maybe that's where the guy checked into a rock and he shechted with a rock. The avde ke'ain skila, because that's similar to skila, right? Skila kills the animal with a rock, right? And skila and the shchita here was with a rock. But where he shechted with a sakin, then there'd be no isser, right? Here the Gemara is havamina. The Gemara is saying maybe when you shechted with a stone, so then that you gave it the equivalent of skila, so therefore that's when you can't get hana from it. But maybe if a guy shechted it with the standard metal knife, then you would be able to get hana from it. So the answer is no. Amri atu sakin ksiva b'araisa. Does it say anywhere in the Torah that you have to shecht with a knife? But not a sheichet b'magol yad. If you shecht with a what do you call a magol yad? A sickle.
Sickle.
Scythe.
Sickle.
Oh, scythe. Like a
I
scythe.
don't know. What is a scythe?
Yeah.
What is that?
Scythe is magol yadayim, is two-handed. A sickle is one-handed.
So that's the difference between the two.
Well, they're slightly different shape, but it's the same idea. Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, Ashoy b'magol yad b'tzur b'kana. A kana is a reed. I guess I'm assuming the reed is like the reeds from the Everglades, right? Those are supposed to be sharp, right? Shchita
Oh yeah, I always thought of a bamboo because bamboo is pretty sharp. You know,
that's
reed. It's really sharp. It can be very very sharp.
Okay, so maybe. Okay, whatever it is, but it's a natural thing. So the point is, it's another fascinating thing that you think something as basic as shchita would be in the Torah. No, but in the Torah, shchita is from anything. It doesn't have to be metal. So the Gemara is answering, why would you think to differentiate between the shchita of a rock and the shchita with a metal knife if the Torah itself doesn't differentiate? So therefore, there's no having it. Fine. So anyway, it says, so now that you're saying that we learn out the Isra Achila and Isra Anah from Lo Yachos B'Sarai, Bal Hashar Naki Lamali. Now, what do you need Bal Hashar Naki? Again, according to the way we learned it before, the original learning of a suckle yisuckle tells you that it's also to eat it, right? Because it's in a vela. Lo Yachal is telling you no hana. I'm sorry, Lo Yachal was telling you. What do we say? Lo Yachal. I'm mixing up the shitas now. If it was shechted, right? That's what he said. Yeah, Lo Yachal tells you even if he shechted it before it got skila, you're not allowed to eat it. And Bala Sharnaki tells you it's also ba'ana. But now that we're saying that the Isra Achila and Isra Anah is from Lo Yachal is B'Sarai, so then Bala Sharnaki is available, right? Which is now going to lead us to the next couple of blocks of all the different things we can learn out from the word Bal Hashar Naki. So when I answer Lanos, the first teretz is Bal Hashar Naki is coming to tell you that you're not even allowed to benefit from the skin of the animal. I would have thought that the basar is what's also ba'ana. Aval oiroi nishtri ba'ana, but the skin of the animal, that's mutar ba'ana. Kamash malon, balashar naki, that the balashar is clean, the balashar gets nothing out of it, not even the skin. So I'm going to ask Lanach tonight the mafkile lahai balashar naki the drosh achrida kidabayina lamemer kamon, which is very interesting in the brackets. You don't really see it in the Gemara too much, hence it's in brackets, meaning the shitas that are coming up, right, that have a different limbud for balashar naki. How do they know that you're not allowed to get hana from the skin? Hana is ayreminalu. How do they know that you're not allowed to get hana? Nafkalahu. More answers. Nafkalahu es besara. It says es besara. Es hatafel lebesara. What's tafel to the basa, which is the skin is tafel to the basa. My niu. And what is that? What's that referring to? Oiroi. That's referring to the skin. Okay, V'haitana es loy darish, and the other Tanaim, they don't darshan es, right? Meaning that's why they need the balashar naki. Kedetanya Shimon Hamsuni v'Amri l'Nechem Hamsuni v'Yidarish kol es and jibetoy. He darshan every time the Torah says the word es, he darshan it for something. Kivan shegil es Hashem alkecha tira. Since
wasn't there Rabbi Kiva?
1 second, Naftali, we're getting there. Kivan shegila es Hashem alekechatira, that you have to fear Hashem. Pirish, he separated, meaning he said, I don't have a pshat. Who can you fear more than Hashem? The Rebbe, meaning so then he said, okay, all my drushes for es are out the window. Because if I don't have a way to darshan this es, then I'm out. So I'm told me the Rebbe, what's going to be with every drush of es that you made till now? He says the same way I was makabel schar for darshaning it, I'm also going to be makabel schar from separating from it. Until Rabbi Kiva came and learned as Hashem alekechatira, the Rabbi Tamid Chachamim, that the S there is coming to include that you have to fear Tamid Chachamim, not just Hashem. So there are some that could darshan S, there are those that don't darshan S. So that's what you have. Fine. So far we have for balashar naki is we're learning out that the skin is the first way of dashing with balashar naki is that the skin is also bahana. Tan Rabbanon ubalashar naki. Naki mechatzi koifer. What it means is that if a guy has a short, that's a short tam, right? So the short, and then the short tam goes and kills somebody. So that short has to die. Do you pay chatzi koifer, right? Just like a short tam pays half damages, maybe he has to pay half koifer. So the Gemara, so Rebbe Eliezer is saying that the pasuk says bala sharnaki to tell you he does not have to pay. Similar to Kiva, this question is going to come up a couple of times. So let's get I to understand it. It's not a hard one, but it's not a hard question, but it's pretty straightforward. It says that we know, as we said many times in the last few weeks, short tam, he pays only migufa, right? If the short tam runs away and you don't have it, the guy that got damaged is lost out because you only take the money from the short tam. So what's happening to this short tam here? It's going to be killed, right? So then there's nothing to get payment from. It's going to be a dead short. So how are you taking your koifer, right? So bring the animal to Bezdin, bring the short to Bezdin, and it'll pay you, which is not going to work because Bezdin's killing it, so it's worthless. So how are you getting your money? Right, so again, Rebbe Eliezer says that Bala Sharnaki is coming to tell you that there's no chatzi koifer. So Rebbe Kiva is saying, well, what's the big chiddush, Rebbe Eliezer? Of course, there's no chatzi koifer. You only pay from the what the animal's worth, and this animal is going to be dead. So why would you be mechuyev to pay? So Rebbe Eliezer seems to have gotten a little offended here. He says, "Kach ani beinecha, shedini bazeh shechayim nisa." This is what I am in your eyes, right? That I'm talking about a shor that's chayim nisa. Ein dini ela kishehimis es adam al pi eid echad al pi bailam. I wasn't talking about when you're going to have to kill the short tam. If you have to kill the short tam, which is a standard case, then of course there's no chatzi kofer. That's not what I was saying. I was saying in a case where there was only one witness, right? Because you need the regular standard witnesses to make this shor chayim misa. So I'm talking about where there was only one witness, so therefore Bezdin can't kill him. Or Al Pi Bailam, or the owners admitted that their shor killed somebody. So therefore, in that case, you're not killing the shor. If you're not killing the shor, maybe you should pay koifer from it.
How would you be
I don't understand why not.
Hold on. Go ahead, Akiva.
How would you be mechai with an eid echad mominus? Would you be mechai with a shul? What's going on here?
No, you're not. That's
no. But the Gemara is saying that we'd have a havamina. You would in such a scenario. That's why the pasuk had to say Baal Sharnaki. Why would you have a havamina that you'd pay because of an eid echad? Eid echad is never mechai moment.
He's not being mechai. He's doing it as a koifer.
Is that not chiyuv mammon? Are you saying you're able to mechai with an eid echad knas? Or what do you mean?
Oh, so look, we got to look at the next line, right? Right. But anyway, so what he's saying, Rebbe Eliezer is saying that he's talking about a case where the shor is not getting killed. So he's saying even in that case, Bala Sharnaki tells you that you don't pay chatzi kof.
Why would the shor not be killed in this case?
You don't have standard Aiden.
It became a muad al pi eid echad, but for the first 3 times it killed a person, you would be mechayev at misa now.
No, we're talking about
all 4 times it was al pi eid echad.
Talking about stam, the first time it killed. No,
first time there's no kaifer.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Who?
There's no chatzi kaifer.
Oh.
No? I think. Anyway, so the Gemara says, Al pi bailim maida b'knasu. Right? If the bailim admitted to it, then that's maida b'knas. And we know that maida b'knas is potter. So kasavar kufra kapara. We say we're talking about kufra, kaifer is a kapara. Right? So mamela, since kaifer is a kapara, then you're allowed to do it even if you're maida to it. I'm assuming Akiva it's with the Eid Echad also.
That why? How would an Eid Echad be Maisi Mammon like that? Can an Eid Echad be Mechayev any other type of knas? If an Eid Echad was in any other scenario, let's say by the case of a Narish and a Spatata, would an Eid Echad be able to Mechayev a knas in such a scenario? or Mighty Shemra, or any of these things where any other class in Torah.
In Isser, we believe him in Eidacha.
I'm
So
saying,
as far
so
as
Eidacha is able to be Mechayiv in the Isser and then be Mechayiv the Mammon on it?
no, but the Mammon is a kapara, he's saying. If the Mammon's a kapara, then we believe the Eidacha to say the Shar killed. We just can't be Mechayiv anything Mammonistic opium. So we believe that it killed. We just can't be Mechayiv Mammon. If we believe that it killed, we Chayiv a Kaifer. That's a kapara. It's not being Mechayiv Mammonis. He needs a kapara.
Oh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works with the Eidachot, but I'm assuming that kapara, you need a kapara, so you do a kapara. Either way, so that's
would a Chatzi Kaifer give him a Chatzi kapara?
He only needs a Chatzi kapara.
Why? If the point of kapara is because he killed a human being, then the kapara is k'chayil asher yushus alav. That's the pasuk.
I hear. I mean, why wouldn't he need a full? No, I guess the kapara can only be for as much as the damages that he's responsible for. No.
Yeah, how can you have a half
death
a
in this
kapara?
case?
Like you bring
in this
half
case,
a
it's death. That's what I'm asking. I don't really understand this. So
yesterday's also asked for the partners, right? If partners, there's no such thing.
We didn't answer it. The Gemara didn't answer it. And the Rambam Taka Paskins that each partner has to pay a whole kaifer.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was one way of Rabbi Elazar answering Rabbi Akiva. Tani Yidach. Amalei Rabbi Elazar, Akiva. Right? I don't know why here he calls him Akiva before he didn't say that. You think that's the way I'm in your eyes? You think I'm talking about where the Shor was Chaim Misa? I'm talking about where he had Kavana to kill an animal and he ended up killing a person. The Mitzri V'harag Yisrael, or to a Mitzri to kill Yisrael. Linaphalim, he was killing a baby that was not going to last 30 days. V'harag ben Kayama, he killed somebody who was alive, meaning it was a mistake. So since it was a mistake, he's potter. Right? Fine. So basically those were his two pshatim that he's talking about a case where the shor tam is not being killed. Either because he did it was the Eid Echad, or he was Maida, or the second shot is he did it unintentionally. So I'm going to ask, hey, Amar Liberation, which one came first? Which is an interesting question. Because we have two brises of what Rabbi Eliezer answered Rabbi Akiva. So it doesn't seem like it was two versions. It seems like the Gemara is assuming that he answered him back two different times. And the shaila is which one comes first. So Rav Kahana, Mishmei de Rav Omar, Mischaven, Amar Liberation. The one Kavoni he said first. Rav Tavyumi, Mishmei de Rav Omar, Himis, Amar Liberation. Himis is what he said first. Right? Why? Rav Kahana, Mishmei de Rav Omar, Mischaven, Amar Liberation. He said Mischaven first. Mashal L'tzayid, Sheshoyla Dogim Minayam. The mashal is for a guy who's a tzayid, a trapper. Excuse me. That he traps fish from the water. On Tomet Aleph now. Mishkach Ravrvi Shakel. If he finds big fish, he takes them. Zutri Shakel. And then if he finds small fish, he takes it too. Right? Meaning, so Rebbe. Excuse me. So Rebbe Elazar had a good teretz. Right? And then he saw small tirutzim, which could also work, so he took it, right? So meaning, so he had a good raya in the beginning, and then he decided that I have small tirutzim too, so I'm going to say that too. He said the case of where it killed, right? Which is where our Gemara has it. The mashal is to somebody who traps fish from the sea. Mishkach zutre shakel. First he gets small fish, he takes it because he doesn't know if he's going to get bigger fish. Mishkach ravrvi, but if he finds big fish, then shadi zutri, he throws the small fish back in, the shakel ravrvi, and he takes the big fish. right? So we see, so Mamela, he's saying he had the big teretz first. I'm sorry, the small teretz first, and then once he realized he had a much better teretz, he went on to the other teretz. It's very interesting how the Gemara, this machlokes, plays into just a mushal of fishermen. And so basically, which teretz is the better teretz? It seems like, according to both, right, the better teretz is that it killed Be'ed Echad, right, or by itself. Just a matter of whether that one was said first or not. Okay, we'll stop over there. Say some Tillim.